No, this is not April Fool's. Yes, you're reading it right, and yes, I'm gonna talk about it. James Gunn has said that now, with him in the position he's in, if the fans are looking forward to a Marvel and DC crossover, it's more possible than ever. So once again, this comes at us directly from James Gunn, who was speaking with Fandango during the current press tour for his next film, aka Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And of course, him running DC Studios was brought up, as it's always going to be brought up, and they talked a little bit about a partnership and if it was possible. And he says there's always possibilities. And he says that the first thing that's important is to get the DC universe off the ground as strong as possible. And then he says, we'll see what happens next. But on top of that, he adds, I'm very close friends with Kevin Feige. We talk all the time. And yeah, there's some rivalry, but that's because the competition is going to drive everybody to be better. And going back to the whole thing, he says that the entire idea with these comic book films is the big spectacle movie, and that's what you want people to go and watch. So if both can meet in the middle, it's possible. He also says that just because they're rival studios, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that a dollar for Marvel means nobody's going to see DC. Instead, he says this props up everybody, and everybody just does better because the industry can grow and learn from one another. Now, I do want to bring up something that was brought up in 2020 and 2021, and that's multiple times that James Gunn has said, this is way before he ever accepted the DC job, that he talked to both people at Disney and the people at WB, and he said both were open to these ideas and that they're all good friends. But again, it's all about timing and what the future holds. So let's be real. The MCU doesn't really need the DCU if they're going to do like Secret Wars 2 or something, right? Let's say like a decade from now. But if the DCU can kick off and make moderate amounts of money and deliver constant good projects, then you can see how everybody would benefit if they were to release a joint production film. And before you say it's not possible, it is. Sony literally does it with Disney, with Spider-Man. All it would take is an investment from both that's 50-50 and taking the box office cut at 50-50. That's all it would take. Studios can work these things out. They have worked them out before. Go back to Phase 1 and start up each movie and look at how many logos are attached to each film. People forget that Paramount used to be involved with the MCU and Disney. Like, if there is money, if there is an end goal and everybody profits, it's easily possible. So I have no doubt, a couple years from now, if the DCU is good, we're going to be looking at a real potential of this happening. It's going to happen. But both got to get on equal footing and offer equal opportunity for both.